Guadalajara has an uncertain start to the current Clausura 2024 tournament with a draw against Santos Laguna. Talking about the match can be conflicting, as all of us fans have a particular perspective on how our team should play a match. There will be some who believe that the game should have been won, but that the dark forces of the refereeing did their thing. Others, more pessimistic, will believe that they deserve to lose for not having a fully competent lineup and for not taking advantage of missed opportunities, among other perspectives that exist around what happened. In this sense, I am in favor of the latter group, although I respect at all what other fans may say. This is important to consolidate our dynamic as a fan. However, something that I have seen as a generalized opinion, all in all, is that all sectors of the fans are against Jesus Sanchez starting the game. For the first game of the season, it seems to me that Fernando Gago should have gone out with his best team so that at the end of the regular season we do not miss points that will leave us in a good position in the general table, and so that what happened last season against Universidad Nacional does not happen. I believe that Guadalajara let 2 points slip away. They had their chances and did not score. We will start this analysis from the bottom forward. It will not be an in-depth analysis as everyone has their own idea of how the team is performing, and I prefer to respect that. If you could comment on your opinion, it would be very valuable to enrich this construction of ideas. There was a lot of debate about the man who should occupy the goal, since it is untenable that Jimenez continues to occupy that position after many opportunities to silence the critics. We have two main options, Wally and Rangel. Whoever was chosen, we would have felt reassured. Rangel fulfilled his duties. He comes out and doesn't seem to be afraid to attack the ball. Now we don't feel so insecure in that position. I have always believed that Chiquette's best position is at left back, but Gago decided to leave him at center back, where he can also play. We had the debut of Mateo Chavez, who had a good performance in the Tapatio, a young player who has earned his place. Tiba is one of my permanent doubts. I think he should not have started. Same case with Jesus Sanchez, a risky bet for the coaches who have decided to use him instead of Alan Mozo, the best right back in my opinion. Why did he decide to start with Sanchez having Mozo? It only makes sense to me when Mozo is injured or out of shape and when Castillo is not available. Except for Castillo, there is no compelling reason to have put him in the first 2024 lineup. In the midfield, Guti was in contention. It should be remembered that Paunovic used to use him in that position shortly after his signing, and he did not perform as needed, which is why he later became Victor Guzman's replacement. I think that containment is the task that has not been completed in this transfer market. We have a good player like Ruben Gonzalez, but his physical condition allows him less and less minutes on the field. However, this time I saw Gutierrez a little more solid than Guzman and Beltran, who I did not see at all well. Our captain has still not regained the rhythm of 2 tournaments ago. In football, it is essential to capitalize on opportunities. We had a Messias who was eager to score and occasionally forgot that his teammates were unmarked, but we were able to witness that the player is dangerous in the opponent's area. Now he just needs to recover his affinity for scoring. What must be recognized is that after his disastrous performance in the final of the Clausura 2023, Pavel Perez has returned in a big way with great participation in the attack. I had my doubts when I saw him in the lineup, but he dispelled them as it should be, with football. I hope Pavel Perez stays at this level. Cowell and Yael Padilla will compete in that position. It already looks like these 3 players will create an excellent internal competition and will be able to raise the level of the squad. Gago's best contribution in this match was probably the debuts of Chavez, Gonzalez, and Gael Garcia, who had a goal disallowed for an apparent handball. In the same way that Paunovic gave his debut to 3 young players from Tapatio in the last tournament. With the experiences that have been accumulating, we should look favorably on the graduation of homegrown players. However, they must be given opportunities and continue to accumulate minutes and experience in the hope that they will raise their level. Despite the criticisms, Hierro's project on homegrown players is yielding results. In the medium term, this should lead to profits or, why not, championships as well. There is still a lack of consolidated reinforcements, but we are seeing something. Returning to the match itself, I believe that Guadalajara lost 2 points and could have won if they had taken their chances. If you want to be champion, you must not give anything away, especially when playing at home, and if you want to be champion, you must defeat, if that is the case, a malicious refereeing body. In my romantic idea of what Club Deportivo Guadalajara is, it represents the fight against the power of the television network, the oligarchy of Mexican football, propaganda, rigged refereeing, and disdain for the national aspect. Our team has always been the maximum representative of that struggle, and as such, it must dignify and recognize this ideal, day after day, match after match. Now, we have a very tough match coming up against Tigres in the Sultana Rojablanca. I would like not to be so pessimistic about what might happen in that match, but I am forced to give the benefit of the doubt to coach Fernando Gago, who I found disappointing in this first match. This is a good opportunity to clear up any doubts and gain more sympathy from the red and white fans who are undecided about whether to choose him as the head coach of the Rebaño Sagrado. We are not sure when Cade Cowell will be available for use and what he can bring to the team, as his signing was made official with a clever piece of footage by Guadalajara's social media team. The epidemic of pessimism from rival fans who pointlessly seek to discredit and mock Guadalajara's tradition continues. It is best to ignore such bold ignorance. They cling to the fame of Guadalajara, the most mediatic team, to attract attention because one championship is not enough for the football scene to take notice of them. They have to look at the decline of Alexis Vega to have some material to be seen. There is the issue of Javier Hernandez, who has not played football since his injury. Probably his incorporation will take place late in the tournament, and we will see what he has to offer until the second half of 2024. This forecast is conservative, although it would be positive to have the entire squad already integrated with the start of the CONCACAF Champions Cup, ready to dignify the history of our team. The year 2024 has begun for Guadalajara. It must be a year of reconciliation, and that reconciliation must be by winning championships. They are urgent and we cannot settle for less. We have been talking in past chapters about Guadalajara's greatness, and this is the most viable way we have to renew it.